Hey guys, MartyBoots here. Today I just want to talk to you about the effects of the tariffs on Bitcoin. Trump is giving tariffs on Mexico, Canada, China, uh, possibly other places also. But I just want to talk through some of the implications of that. Some people think Trump's doing a great job. Trump may be backing crypto. Trump may be, building the strategic reserve in Bitcoin, which all may be true. But there is also a lot of investors around the world that understand the implications of tariffs and its effect on Bitcoin and risk assets such as crypto, such as XRP, such as Ethereum, and all of the other altcoins. So it is very important to understand the implications of all of that. So let's just talk through that. Well, first off, let's look at some of the price action. Of course, Trump got came in here. I mean, the price has not really done anything since he's got here. So we have to say it's not really crashed the price or anything yet, at least. Not to say it will, but I'm just saying that the price has not really moved much since Trump came into office with the tariffs. But what it does is, it creates a certain amount of fear in the market. Now, a lot of altcoins did get hit hard. Bitcoin has held steady. What happens is risk assets get hit hard, okay, because many reasons. People have fears of that the tariffs might cause a rise in inflation. It might cause a rise in interest rates and stuff like that. And it causes a risk-off environment. And when a risk-off environment happens, Bitcoin used to be a risk-off asset, but now it's a bit of a hedge. It's a bit of a hedge, almost similar to gold in a way. Now we are getting close to a big move here. Are we going to flush first before going higher, or are we just going to continue to grind and then go higher? Time will tell. But Bitcoin has changed, as you can see here, from a risk asset to more of a hedge against inflation, a little bit like gold, right? So, and we can see that with the price, right? All coins are getting crushed, especially meme coins. Meme coins are down 90%. Some of the other altcoins down 50, 60% or whatever. Link and, Ethereum and all the rest has underperformed Bitcoin, of course. But it's because of the whole risk asset narrative, if you want to call it a narrative. And risk assets do poorly in high inflation. If you check the small cap stocks, in the stock market, you will see that the decline over the last 3 years or so has been huge. Now, stocks like Apple and Nvidia and Facebook and all of these big stocks have been performing very well and supporting the market, but the risk-off assets, the small caps, have all been going down, and they are the largest, the deepest drop, I should say now. I wish I had the chart with me here. I can't show you the chart right now, but they are at the lowest point they have been in the last 20 years or something like that. Risk assets have been beat down bad, okay? Because of after COVID and the printing money and just the way the market was going, and then we went into a high inflationary time, and then the interest rates rose and all of the rest. It was bad for the risk assets. But the beauty about it is, well, when things go down and they hit major lows, they can turn around and have long, sharp bull markets back to the upside. And risk assets are due for that, not only in the stock market, but in crypto itself, in the altcoin market. I'll just take you to the others chart here very quickly. This is still stuck on my this is stuck on my chart from back here, as you can see. I drew that this is back here. I drew that we were going to come back down potentially into this area. We didn't quite hit there, but you can see we got very, very, very close to my level right in there. But that was up here in the crash last March, okay? So that's a very old thing on my chart. It just happened to be there, but I'll explain it now that you've seen it. The others chart here, right? There's something very, very powerful about this chart. The problem is that risk assets and altcoins have not performed, right? And this is obviously in a downtrend here. This is a monthly chart, and it's in a downtrend. Now, you can see here that these dips have been bought right back up. We need to figure out in the near term, into next month and into March, is this market, obviously reversing and moving back to the upside? If it is, obviously, we are into a fantastic place to start buying here. And we are watching, and if, I'm not buying for my longer term portfolio just yet in some coins. Now, I've been trading the market in and out of coins, but next month, and it's only 4 days away, in 4 days' time, we are going to start to find out if we are starting to buy altcoins for the reversal and for the pump back to the upside. Okay, so if you want some help with that, come on and check us out. We have a weekly free trial. We're a group of fantastic members, lots of powerful tools, great education, and lots of buy and sell alerts every single day. So yeah, come on and check us out. Send me a message. I can make you videos on altcoins and different things like that. But what I'm saying is, in regards to this, there is a possibility here that this support level in here is a monster level support, and it's also, as you can see right here, it's about a 61% retrace here of the last move, and that is still okay for creating a higher trend. There's nothing wrong with that. The trend is not broken. This is a higher. Look at the structure here. There's a low. We moved up. There's a higher low here, a higher high, a higher low, and we moved up again to a higher high. And this is still, as you can see, a higher low. Okay, so there's nothing wrong here. There's potentially great buys. Now, is a caveat though. If we do happen to fail here and we flush down into this area, right, that is probably the greatest load the boat opportunity you will get, maybe in your lifetime, in certain coins, in my opinion, because I believe that this will absolutely moon. The structure of this entire chart is extremely bullish. It's just a matter of finding where this low is. Is the low here? Are we at the low? Or do we have one more flush in us to take us down here to the bottom, to take liquidity in the structure of the chart before getting that real long-term reversal? And we talked about that today. Maybe JP Morgan. If I go to JP Morgan on a monthly chart, we can go right back to the beginning. Am I on a monthly? I'm on a monthly. Yeah. Sorry, I was in the wrong chart there. But you can see here, it's not the same, right? It's not the same. But I'll go back and you'll see the similarities in a minute, right? You get this rounding pattern up here to double top, but you get this bearish candle up here. But then the market actually, crashes and flushes right down into this white moving average down here, as you can see. And, from there, this did flush right back down. That was back in 1981. But I'm just on about this structure here. So the structure, when you're above this master moving average here, the white moving average, the trend is higher. You do not change the direction of this. Look at this. It is not easy to change the trajectory of an upward sloping master moving average. Okay, and you can see that even look how far this went before it actually crashed and we came back down. Obviously, this was the financial crisis in 2008 that caused that collapse. But we had a long way to go, and it's not easy to change that. Okay, and then the red moving average formed underneath, and it continued to push the price higher. If I take you back here now, you can see what I'm on about. The white moving average underneath, it's trending higher. It is implying and telling us that there's dips either here or down into here will be amazing buys, for continuation of this trend. Unfortunately, it's not only the tariffs. We were already in that situation of a risk-off environment. Mostly, yes, we were. It's not Trump's fault. There is also added concerns, though, even though he is pro-crypto, which is going to be fantastic. And I'll talk about that in another video. It is extremely powerful what he's doing, potentially doing for the market and the banks and different things. There's there's the regulation change and stuff. That is powerful. And that will come into play in the future. But at the moment, there is a bit of a risk-off environment in stocks and crypto, altcoins. And we are seeing that, okay? And we've seen that, the altcoins at the moment, from here to here, the altcoins are up a lot. The market pulled back and they went to new highs, but altcoins didn't follow here, right? That is a sign that they were very weak. And then in this move down, they got crushed, absolutely crushed, because they didn't follow here. There was no strength. Even though the total market cap and the others went higher, a lot of altcoins are still beat down and they're lower than they were last March, right? That was a sign of relative strength. Sorry, I said that wrong. That was a sign of relative weakness in the market. So, that is the implications, guys, of Trump and the tariffs. They do cause a fear for larger investors, for exchanges, for hedge funds, for institutions, for banks, larger players and companies. It becomes a more of a risk-off environment for market makers. Market makers do not want to get behind a coin because there's a bit of a risk-off scenario in the market. There's not enough capital inflow into the market. Market makers get behind coins. You see any coin like TRB in the past or Doge or whatever, they're usually market makers getting behind those large trends to the upside. And the market makers in a less risk-off environment will get behind a coin easier. They do not want to put their money behind a coin if it is not in a prime place for market growth. Maybe new capital coming in, and growth in the ecosystem itself, and also lower interest rates where there's more money sloshing about in the market, right? These are all huge implications, and nobody wants to be taking loans out when they're very large interest rates on it. When the interest rates are lower, everybody takes loans out, and it all sloshes around in the market, and then we get big, huge all seasons and stuff, right? At the moment, the market is still struggling because of the inflows into the market. People are taking the safer assets like Bitcoin. They were in Solana, which is now gone. Not completely gone, but it's in a downtrend. Stuff like that. So, as a broader whole, what the market needs is, everybody's a little bit scared of the stock market, and nobody kind of knows, is it topping here or whatever. It's at that point where it is a little bit risky, right? It is there's no question about it. If you look at this chart here, this is slightly risky. There's a bit of a failure here. The top of the stock market could be in right here, right now, right? We have pierced above the previous high, like here. This is a dangerous situation here, that if the stock market failed to break out back above this line here, we would probably get a stock market crash, and it would result in the Federal Reserve having to step in and print loads of money to save the stock market, okay? That would crash crypto. That would crash meme coins. Many of the meme coins would die. They would get delisted. A lot of crypto would be in a really bad spot for a period of time. But when they start printing money again, that would eliminate the risk-off environment. That would then be a risk-on environment, meaning that would be the time to be buying lots of crypto and lots of risk-off assets, lots of risk-on assets. Sorry, I should say. So there's real concerns, and if you've watched to this part of the video, well done. This is really serious. There's no question about it. Everybody wants to be bullish, and everybody would like the market to moon and go higher and stuff. But when you get a situation like this, well, you need price to get above that green line and stay and hold firm above that green line. You can see in the past, right, a similar situation happened right here in the tech bubble, in the tech crash, when we failed to go higher and we dropped down and we started flipping red, and we had a red year and it crashed the market. And we had that tech crash for 3 years of a bear market. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to get involved in that and do that. Everybody wants this gravy train to keep going, and the market to keep going, and all of the rest. Now, everybody's bullish on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has also rejected at its highs, as you can see up here. Now, again, Bitcoin needs to prove itself up here. There's no point being a moon boy if the chart is not permitting to be a moon boy. It's time to be careful. It's time to be cautious. Now, that's not to say we can't break up and moon from here and moon through that. We can. Bitcoin is getting taken off exchanges like never before. Institutions, governments, and all the rest are buying it up. But well, we want the chart to prove it to us. As soon as price breaks this green line, Bitcoin is going to absolutely moon. Okay, so there is that risk-off environment at this point. And there's a few things need to happen, and that is lower interest rates, the tariffs maybe need to be sorted out a little bit. Quantitative tightening, I forgot to mention quantitative tightening. That ends now very shortly. When I say shortly, I mean in around June or July, the quantitative tightening ends. In the past, stock markets have mooned every single time that has happened. So we have to hope again, come June or July, the stock markets are going to start to moon, and they're going to drag everything up with it. In the meantime, there's still quantitative tightening, but they have started printing money a little bit. Kind of stealth printing money. Obviously, the debt ceiling and all that sort of stuff, they need money to get through that. So there is a bit of money printing going on. But the market may need a bit more money printing to really kick this market into the next gear. But we need to see next month, in 4 days' time, that could be the start of something. That could be the start of a new reversal to the upside, and we need to watch very carefully. So anyway, guys, I didn't mean this to be 16 minutes video. If you watched this far, very well done. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come on and check us out in our live training room. We have a group of fantastic members in there. I can make you videos on altcoins, on the stock market, on Forex, whatever you like. I've been trading for 17 years. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. We are coming into very, very critical times in this market. Is this a complete failure that we're about to drop in the stock market? Or is this just a fake out of the bears and we are about to flip bullish again in this market, run hard to the upside? We are going to find out in the next couple of weeks or so. Very important times.